And welcome into this edition of ACAP Today, another Community Action Month edition of this broadcast for the week of May 22nd, 2023. I'm Jason Parent with the Aroostook County Action Program. On this week's edition of ACAP Today, we're going to talk with ACAP's longest-serving team member, Pat Good, who's responsible for overseeing some of our community projects at our 771 Main Street facility in Presque Isle that certainly impact folks across Aroostook County. We're going to check in on her about not only those projects, but about the legacy of being in community action for 45 years. We're going to do that, and we're going to check in with Kim Michaud, who's leading a number of special initiatives specifically for Community Action Month, and what those look like and how those are going this month. But before we get to our two guests and get to that topic, we're first going to go to the news and information that you can use again for the week of the 22nd of May, 2023. And we begin with this. It is time now for fall registration for our Head Start program. We're reminding folks out there that Head Start does provide indeed a comprehensive preschool development program to both 3- and 4-year-old income eligible children, including those with disabilities. This program in particular works on children's growth in a positive learning environment, and we have locations across Aroostook County where these programs are offered. We're encouraging folks who might have a 3- or 4-year-old or an incoming 3- or 4-year-old in the coming year to give us a call at 768-3045 or to go online on the ACAP Early Care and Education page of the website to check in on that application. Please do consider asking questions as it relates to the income eligibility guidelines, because there are some exceptions to that, and we certainly don't want to miss anybody who would like to take advantage of this opportunity if we can figure out a way to get you in the program. So do give us a call or check us out on the website. The Maine Homeowner Assistance Fund has changed its guidelines recently. You may have heard about this in television commercials or through other media, that this is a fund specifically set aside for those who have been impacted financially by the COVID-19 pandemic over the past few years. The Homeowner Assistance Fund provides up to $50,000 to a household to assist with mortgage payments or utility payments or other payments, taxes and things of that like, because of a related loss to COVID-19 over the period of time. You can go to mainhomeownerhelp.org. That's a Maine housing website. For more information, you can give us a call here at 764-3721. We have a couple of people who work in the Homeowner Assistance Fund program, and they would be happy to answer your questions or connect you with somebody who can. Funding in this program is limited, so if you are having difficulty paying your mortgage or some of your household expenses and you're the homeowner, and you can trace that back to an impact of financial loss related to COVID-19, we encourage you to reach out about this program. The Winter Energy Relief Program, for the time being, is the sole program we have to help individuals who find themselves in an energy emergency and unable to pay for fuel at this time. And we're still having some cold nights and even days here in Aroostook County. So if you're finding that you are unable to pay for energy and utility costs in your household at this particular time, please do give us a call and inquire about the Winter Energy Relief Program. The income eligibility guidelines per household are there on your screen. So please do give us a call if you can give assistance through this program. The Federal Communication Commission's Affordable Connectivity Program does provide individuals who are looking to save on their internet bill or to be able to access the internet for free in some cases. They do provide a service discount of up to $30 a month, service discount of up to $75 a month on qualifying tribal lands. And you can also receive a device discount of up to $100 for a qualifying device. The best way to connect with this program is to go to getinternet.gov, or you can call us here at ACAP at 764-3721. We do have folks that are working to help folks get enrolled in this affordable connectivity program, and we'll be talking with some of those folks and about this program in a future edition of ACAP Today in the coming months. The Teen Center, we'll be talking about this with our guests as well, is now open at 24 North Street in Presque Isle, and we're going to come back to this in our interview segment, so I'm not going to spend a great deal of time on it, but essentially we are welcoming teens. You don't have to just be from Presque Isle. You can be coming into Presque Isle from other parts of Aroostook County and utilize this facility. The hours are there on your screen, and again, we're going to talk about it again a little bit, and we will connect with one of our guests on this topic in just a moment. And we're going to also connect on this topic in this week's edition of ACAP Today, and that's our community cupboards that are located across Aroostook County. Specifically, this one is at 771 Main Street at our customer service center in Presque Isle near Walmart. We are encouraging folks who are finding themselves in need of food at the moment that this is a give what you can, take with what you need pantry. So we're also encouraging folks, if you're happening to go to Walmart and buying some non-perishable food items or have some in your home that are of excess, that you drop them off in this food pantry or in your local food pantry in your local community. There is also, for a more long-term food insecurity challenge, you can go to the food resource guide, which is on the ACAP website on the news and publications page. There are usually copies right there in the community cupboard in Presque Isle as well, paper copies of that, or you can give us a call at 764-3721. We're going to also talk about this project, so I'm not going to spend too much time on it, and that's the diaper drive that's going on throughout the month of May. In addition to donating diapers, you can also make a monetary donation at acap-me.org/get-involved/donate. This is an important project to help. Diapers are very expensive, up to $140 per month per child, which can be obviously something that's very challenging for families that are struggling at this time. And at this point, if you are in need of any other assistance that we haven't covered, whether it includes employment, housing, applying for benefits, food and wellness, connecting to resources, early care and education, or more, these are the programs and services we offer here in the agency, but we can help navigate you to other agencies where services like behavioral health or traditional health care are available. We encourage you to give us a call at 764-3721 if we can be of assistance with connecting you to resources at this time. And that's this week's news and information you can use. I'm so pleased to welcome officially to the program now, first Kim Michaud, who is a community outreach person for ACAP, working in local communities across Aroostook County. Kim, welcome back to ACAP Today. It's great to have you back and physically in the office. We've had you in the corn maze before. We've had you all over Aroostook County, and you're at your desk.
I'm actually at my desk today. I was pleased to be here and to be right here, but then I'm kind of looking out my office window and it's a nice blue skies and puffy clouds. So maybe I can find a place to go.
Well, you know, next time we might send you out on our rooftop deck. That's one of my favorite spots in this building.
Exactly.
And also a very, very warm welcome to Pat Good, who's ACAP. We've had her on this broadcast before. She's ACAP's longest tenured employee at 45 years. Pat, it's always great to have you. Thanks for joining us today.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
All right, so it's Community Action Month, and both of you ladies are very much involved in some of the ways that we're connecting with our community. And Pat, you're involved on a daily basis, as particularly in ways that we engage with our community at 771 Main Street. So let me start with you first, though, Kim, and just a check-in on how things are going for Community Action Month and what are things that you want to particularly note and call out for folks at this time, as we're about 3/4 of the way through.
So one of the big projects we're working on is the diaper drive. I think you alluded to that and showed the flyer. We are looking to bring in diapers or monetary donations to purchase diapers. As indicated, it's $140 per child each month. That adds up. It's $1,700 a year. That's sizable for families that are struggling to keep the lights on and keep the home warm. That is just an added expense that we'd like to be able to help with and alleviate. So there's multiple ways to help. Drop off diapers at any of the ACAP locations through Aroostook County. Also FAP Body has offices throughout Aroostook County. They're also a drop-off point for diapers. The Van Buren Library is a drop-off point for diapers in Aroostook County. There's a couple different ways to make monetary donations. One is just a straight monetary donation. That the link is there, but if you go to our website, you also can follow that path by just hitting our donate button, and you can indicate that it's for diapers. We do have a support a day, pay for a day, which is linked in our Facebook and social media. you can pick the 12th and pay $12 or the 15th and pay $15. So we're hoping to fill that calendar by the end of the month, and that will provide over 400. I think it's close to $500. So we're looking at 3 to 5 families that we can help. So that's the diaper drive. That's going on all month. We also, you mentioned the teen center. The teen center open house is next Tuesday from 3 to 6 p.m. The teen center, we're really excited about the teen center. I would highly encourage anybody to just stop in. You don't have to be a teen to go to the open house. It's available for everybody. The open house is. It's absolutely beautiful inside. The our teens that we have been working with have helped pick colors and indicate things that they want to see in the home. It's like a home or in the house. It's the center is just, it's absolutely beautiful. It's a cool place to hang out. Ages 14 to 19 are welcome there. It's a great safe place to study. There's laundry facilities if that's a struggle for teens. There's also a full kitchen. There's Wi-Fi, games, TV, just hang out, fellowship, and meet with other people or other teens from across the Aroostook County. It is beautiful. It's one of my favorite places right now. So they do have a gift registry right now if anybody is interested in helping stock the teen center. It's right on Amazon. If you go to the gift registry, North Street Teen Center, it comes up really quick. I did it yesterday. And there's also links on our Facebook and ACAP briefing. And another project that's been ongoing since March, but I wanted to talk about it because we're still kind of in prom season, is our Cinderella project. We have currently, or to date, given away 287 dresses and about 12 suit coats, pants, other, along those lines. We still have items available, and you can do that through through an appointment, and you can reach right out directly to me. 532-5371 is my direct line, 207-532-5371, and we can get you in to see the dresses. Now, as prom season, pageant season is starting to wind down, we'll also be taking dresses back in to start stocking and being prepared for next season. So anybody who has dresses available, we'd love to have them back. We'd love to have them. They can be dropped off at any ACAP office, or again, reach out to me. This project has been amazing, just to see the confidence in the students coming through and the smiles, and was, Cinderella, they're true Cinderellas as they walk out those doors. I've had several young ladies indicate to me that they wouldn't have had an opportunity to go to the prom if this had not been available to them.
That's fantastic.
So, and the funds, being a senior is expensive. Jason, I'm sure you know that.
Indeed, yes.
And using and not having to use the funds to purchase a dress, and those funds can be used for other activities, other things. So it's been a great resource, and I will tell you, there's been some beautiful dresses, and when I see prom pictures out and around and see the students wearing them and the confidence that they are just bursting with wearing these beautiful dresses, it's really cool.
So those are some of our big sort of like fixed time projects that we're working on throughout the month of May. But Pat, in your work every day, particularly at our customer service center at 771 Main Street in Presque Isle near Walmart, You are responsible for the coordination and efforts around a couple of ongoing projects that you and your team members there at 771 Main Street certainly do a good job of making sure are available to the public. Let's talk about those.
Okay, the food cupboard, it's open 24 hours a day. It's by 771 Main Street next to Walmart. We have non-perishable food items, and we also at ACAP accept non-perishable food items, and you can either bring them into the office or you can put them in the cupboard itself. We accept monetary donations, and all the money goes to the food in the local area. And a reminder that this is a free resource and it's for those that are in need. And being outside, a lot of times we have a lot of people that thank us for being able to come and get the food that they need.
It's quite the resource, isn't it, Pat?
Yes.
It's used at all hours of the day, frankly, because it's open 24/7. It's right outside there.
Yeah, we put food out in the morning and at night so that, you know, there's a variety. If you can't make it in the morning, you'll be able to make it at night. So it's very beneficial, and it's helping a lot of people that, you know, food is expensive. So if we can help in any way we can.
We're going to have a photo of the week at the end of the broadcast, and it's of a recent cereal collection drive that was done at a local business. And cereal is really one of those things that's good to have in the community cupboard, because even on those cold winter days, it's not something that we need to worry about freezing like a can of vegetables or something. It's shelf stable and available for folks year round.
Absolutely. Yes. So the other project that we do is a community closet, and that's typically open 24 hours a day. We have volunteers that come in and help us put out the clothes. We have men, women, and children. We have a lot of families that come in and bring their children's clothing that they don't no longer use. And they also go and look at the clothes that we have in case they're, you know, they're into a different size. It's also helped a lot of people, like people that losing weight. You know, it's expensive to go out and buy some clothes if you're losing a few pounds, and knowing that you have a goal of 20 pounds. So people appreciate that, even if you've gained weight.
I was gonna say, Pat, it goes both ways, right?
No, it does go both ways. So it does help those people too. So we really have helped a lot of people, and it is free. And we hope that those people that really need it are coming to us. And yes, and the most exciting part is we're going to have a clothing explosion on June 3rd from 8 to 12. And we'll have volunteers making sure that we have plenty of clothes out there. So anybody interested in coming and having enough clothing for the whole summer. So come and get your clothes.
Oh, and Kim, that clothing explosion event coincides with something else happening in Presque Isle. It's going to bring a lot of traffic into the community. Talk about how the thought process behind this clothing explosion and why it's selected on this date.
Well, it is Presque Isle's citywide yard sale. So not only will there be plenty of Presque Isle residents milling around, that brings a lot of people into our community. And so our hope is that people from other communities, or Aroostook County, people, or from anywhere, it doesn't have to be just Aroostook County, bring other people to us and see what we have and what we have available. It's a, Pat had indicated this, that people are bringing in clothes and then taking clothes. That's a huge resource, and it's wonderful, and it's comforting for families.
And I guess it's a fitting name, because I know that the both of you do help to make sure that clothing closet outside of our 771 Main Street Customer Service Center in Presque Isle is stocked every day. But that back room where some of the clothing is sorted and stocked, it kind of like you open the door and you fear for an explosion, because like things are coming at you because it's so full.
I've certainly been working and had things come tumbling back down at us when we're trying to put things in. Or you might hear somebody working in the closet holler, "I'm okay."
And Pat, I'm imagining it's a great time, June 3rd. It's starting to warm up, not quickly enough for many of us, but that's a good time to maybe be looking for children in, you know, because we donated summer clothing in particular, I can imagine an opportunity to, get your summer clothing donated and maybe pick up a larger size as we head into this short but much beloved season.
Absolutely. Yes. Yes.
Great. So what have we missed? What have we not talked about, Pat, that you wanted to make sure that folks knew about or that we were engaging in?
I think we've covered everything, the food, helping people make sure that they're not starving and their children are getting food, and the clothing. We've helped so many people, and people are really appreciative of what we're doing. So
I'm going to come back to you in just a minute after I get anything that we might have missed from Kim, just to get your reflections. This is Community Action Month, and you've been working for the better part of the last 5 decades and the better part of your life in community action. So be thinking about that thought and that impact and your engagement in community action while I go to Kim and say anything on the Community Action Month or engagement with our community that you might have missed that we wanted to make sure we get out there to folks.
Well, one thing that we've been planning during Community Action Month, but it's actually going to take place in June, towards the end of June. Last fall, we did a community baby shower in Presque Isle, and I'm happy to say that we're bringing that same event, a community baby shower, to the Holton area on June 26th. And that is a really fun, that's a project near and dear to my heart. I love those babies. And so new and expecting families can join us. We have vendors that are there and resources, local hospitals, Maine Family, public health, health nursing. Typical baby shower, we're going to have refreshments and cake. That's one of my favorites. We have a grand prize. Bangor Savings Bank is partnering with us, and there'll be a grand prize and some door prizes. And going back to clothing, there'll be a lot of new and gently used baby clothing that the families will be able to choose from. And we had lots of them last year. I expect the same here. So the clothing closet, it's there immediate, but it also feeds a lot of other projects like this, or having a call from a school where they're looking for a family that may have been through a fire or may have had something devastating happening, and we can pull things out. And I know Pat has been doing that for a long, long time.
That's awesome. So who's invited to this baby shower, and do we have a date set?
June 26th from 1 p.m. to 3 p.m. New and expecting families can come in. There lots of information that's new, you would think new and expecting families would want. Hope and Justice, United Way, the Alphont Next Gen information. We're going to be doing a sleep safe presentation, which is nice. And so any new and expecting families down in that area, love to see them.
Awesome. All right, Pat, good. Before we close out this broadcast, I always like to get your thoughts and reflections, especially this time of year as we sort of recognize the movement that is community action across the country. ACAP has been an entity after the merger of the St. John Valley Community Action Council and the Central Aroostook Community Action Agency's merger back in 1972. So we're 51 years old now, and for 45 of those 51 years, you have been an ACAP team member, the longest serving ACAP team member that we currently have. What do you think about how community action has changed over those almost 5 decades of your engagement?
Oh, wow. We have really changed a lot. We're helping a lot more people than we did way back then. Technology has really been quite a thing. And yeah, just looking back, we helped a lot of people back then, but we're helping a lot more now. And I think that's great that we're doing all of this.
You mentioned technology, and I love the conversations that we've had where you've talked about sort of being on the cutting edge of new technology coming into the agency. How was technology different then than it is now, and how has it evolved for you?
Well, when we started out, we had to take some classes at Northern Maine Tech at that time, and I only had one in our program. I only had one computers. So, and it didn't go to everybody else in the whole agency. It was just mine. So we have gone a long ways. Now we can talk to everybody and get feedback and have team meetings, and it's great. It really is.
What's your favorite part of being a member of a community action team and of the ACAP team for 45 years?
Helping people. Looking back and knowing that maybe something you said or did help that family out is really rewarding. And working for ACAP is, I love it. It's a nice place to work, and I wouldn't be here if it wasn't. So thank you all for, everything you've done. And yes.
Well, you're a nice person to work with, and we're blessed to have had you for 45 years and to still have you as part of our ACAP team. Thank you so much for everything you do to do just that, to help people every day, because whatever role that we each play, we all hope to help people every day. And your work, maybe not directly every day because you support us on the backside of things, but directly in times when you are engaging directly with clients for certain, makes a huge difference. So thank you for everything you've done over those 45 years and continue to do.
Thank you.
That's Pat Good, along with Kim Michaud. They've been our guests on this edition of ACAP Today, as we've sort of done a roundtable about some of the ways that we engage with the community and some of the ways that we're especially engaging with the community during this May Community Action Month. So there's some activities that Kim mentioned coming up that we want you to take note of. We hope to see you at the baby shower in Holton. We hope to see you at the North Street Teen Center open house, and hope that community members stop by our location, our customer service center near Walmart on June 3rd for that clothing explosion giveaway. It's a great opportunity to get your kids to get some summer clothing, or get, as Pat pointed out, adults to get clothing as sizes and styles shift. This is the opportunity to make those changes happen for you at no cost. And so with that, we thank you for joining us on this edition of ACAP Today. But before we leave you, we're going to share with you our photo of the week. And as I previewed earlier, our photo of the week is a special thanks to the team from Northern Light A.R. Gould Hospital. Across their hospital organization and health centers, they conducted a cereal drive through National Hospital Week, which is also during May, was a week ago, here in Presque Isle. And those are members of the ACAP team who were bringing all of the cereal from the various locations throughout the hospital system together, which they very graciously and were very much appreciative for, turned over to us here at Aroostook County Action Program to help get the community cupboards, including the one at 771 Main Street, ACAP's customer service center near Walmart, to get those stocked. So we thank our team members, our partners, and our friends from Northern Light A.R. Gould Hospital for their kindness and their generosity and helping others, as Pat graciously points out, during a time when they're celebrating National Hospital Week and we're celebrating Community Action Month. A great time for us to come together to support others. So thanks to them, and thanks to all of you for joining us on this edition of ACAP Today. We'll be back next week with a brand new edition. Then in a couple of weeks, we're going to be changing our format to go at the beginning and in the middle of the month. So we're going to be doing 2 editions of ACAP Today every month, as opposed to 1 a week. We'll be releasing on the 1st and the 15th, but we'll share more about that with you in the coming week here as we prepare to make that switch over for the month of June. For now, I'm Jason Parent with the Aroostook County Action Program, along with Pat Good and Kim Michaud. We're so glad that you joined us on this edition, and we hope to see you at some of the events that Kim and Pat have talked about on this edition. Have a great week, everyone.